Hi, so I just got back from the Deathly Hallows premiere, and I just wanted to talk a little bit about it. Deathly Hallows has a special place in my heart. I have worked at this bookstore for quite a few years, and in 2007, Deathly Hallows was released, and I worked that night. And literally to this day, it has been the busiest night that I have ever seen there. It might quite honestly be the busiest night in book history. I don't know. I haven't worked throughout book history, but in my book history it certainly was. I got to face paint, and it was a lot of fun. But anyway, so it has a special place in my heart. And that being said, Deathly Hallows is not my favorite of the books by any means. Quite the opposite. If you've read the book, you may or may not agree with me, but I've got my reasons, okay? I don't like seeing people die that I love, especially certain red-haired ones. Anyway, so I was looking forward to this movie, but also dreading it, because I knew what was coming. But the movie itself did not disappoint. I was really happy with the way they did it. First of all, it had the perfect amount of tension and anxiety and nail-bitingness that the book gave me, but also had an awesome amount of sense of humor to it. I, for one, am not a person who deals with fear or anxiety very well. So I guess my mechanism to cope with it is a sense of humor, or pretending that I have a sense of humor and throwing that at people, because if I don't, I go crazy. So I'm like, what am I fucking doing? And then I have to make some sort of joke, because if I don't, I will go off the deep end. And yeah. Anyway, you can ask people. That's my gift to bad situations, is humor, and it's inappropriate. I'm also not the person who laughs at funerals, not because I'm like, anyway, whatever. I got some issues. I'll work on it. That's all besides the point. Let's get back to Harry Potter. I'm sporting my Hufflepuff tie because I am a Hufflepuff fan. You couldn't tell by my screen name, Huffle in Waiting. Huffle stands for Hufflepuff, and in waiting stands for, I still haven't got my acceptance letter, and I am waiting. Anyway, but yeah, so the movie had a sense of humor to it, which I loved. And we all kind of were talking about where we thought the movie was going to end at, and I guessed right. And I guessed that spot specifically because that is exactly the spot I ended at reading the book. I was in Disneyland like 2 days after the book was released. I went on a trip with my cousin, and we stayed in Disneyland for 8 days. And while we were there, I would read it before going to sleep or whatever, because I'm kind of a night owl. And she was like fast asleep. Well, one of those nights, I got to that part, and I was so upset by it. Keep in mind, it's 2 a.m. I threw the book at the wall, and I like left it there for the rest of the trip. I was just like, fuck it, I hate that stupid book. And I was so angry and upset, and it took me a couple weeks to finally finish the book, because I was like, I don't want to touch it. I don't want to know who else dies. I don't want to lose anybody. I'm going to keep them alive in my heart. And by not reading it, apparently that's what I was doing. But so it ended exactly where I ended it. So I just kind of knew that's where it was going to. Anyway, so I just wanted to share my thoughts on the movie, and hopefully, if you like the movie, that's awesome. And if you don't like the movie, I hope that you can just find a way to look at it as it's just a movie. It's not going to be the book. It can't be the book. It's a movie. So I hope you enjoyed anyway. Anyway, I love all of you little Hufflepuffs out there. Peace.